evening, this is Belgeode, and we are back with some Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, and this is the Bell Agusta BA-609 Tiltrotor. Yay! Oh, I've been looking forward to flying this sucker for a long time.
I suppose I should open the door for Her Majesty when she gets here?
Sure, why not? What better way to inaugurate this aircraft than to do a favor for your sister? She's got a business meeting in West Virginia, and we happen to be going that way. I don't see a problem with it.
Clearly you don't know my sister. Just because she hasn't hit on you yet doesn't mean that she won't. She's up to something, mark my words.
Ally, you're being paranoid. Come on, let's go ahead and get this thing started up. Okay, we did take a training course earlier this week, so we now know how to start it. Let's see, battery master, generators 1 and 2, and what's next?
The avionics switch on the central panel.
Yes, how could I forget? Thank you so much, my dear. Alright, let's go ahead and flick that on. There we go. Okay, it should take a second for the G1000 to warm itself up. In the meantime, I'm going to look at our flight plan, make sure everything looks kosher. Yep, we are going to KCRW, which is Charleston Airport, otherwise known as Yeager Airport. I imagine it's named after Chuck Yeager. I don't know.
Yep, it most certainly is.
Cool beans. Hey, look, there's a U.S. Air coming in. Nice.
Yoo-hoo, your VIP has arrived. I'm ready to go. Hi, Ghita. Go ahead and strap yourself in. There's a glass of wine in case you want. Ooh, so fancy. You make me feel like royalty, Ally. Just try not to go overboard on the wine this time, please. Oh, Stinkles, you know I don't drink as much since I divorced my ex-husband.
Can't get over how much you two sound alike. And did she just call you Stinkles?
Yes, long story. Ghita, I thought I told you not to call me that anymore. It's not like we're still 12, okay? Aw, Stinkles, you know I only do it because I love you. Uh-huh. Well, there's other ways you can show your love other than that. And by the way, I'm going to need to talk to you here for a second, so let me come back there.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's get one thing straight. I've got a very good thing going with Bel. I have to love him. Do not mess this up for me. Do not pull what you pulled at Tatiana's wedding a couple years ago. What? Look, it's not my fault that men just throw themselves at me. I mean, come on. Look at me. I know you, Ghita. You're single again, you've got money, you're on the prowl. Do not come near Bel, or else. Shh. Do we understand each other now? Elias, you're being silly. Besides, I don't think he's my type. Good, let's keep it that way. Now drink your wine and enjoy the flight. We'll be airborne in about 5 minutes. And remember...
What was that all about?
Don't you worry about it, Bel. Let's just go ahead and start up and get out of here.
Okay then. Alright, well, that being the case, you are going to do the engine startup, right?
Yep, I'll handle it. Okay, so first order of business, we need to turn on the fuel pumps for both engines. There we go. Let that run for about 15 seconds. Next, we need to make sure that the ignition switches are both turned on. There we go. And we need to set the condition levers to 60% on both engines. Alright, that looks about right. Okay, and that should be enough time for the fuel pumps. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start engine number 1.
I'm hearing the turbine. Okay, rotor's going. We got a good start on engine number 1. Ready for number 2.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started on number 2 in a second here. Alright, we'll kill the starter switch on that, and we'll switch to the starboard engine. And what's the verdict? Okay, turbine's on, rotor's running. We've got a good start on engine number 2, Bel.
Nice. So far, the only thing that I notice is the brakes aren't holding as well, so we may need to make mention to that with our sales team once we get to Charleston.
Yeah, good parking brakes would be an excellent thing to have. Alright, so we've got condition levers to full, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights here. Are you sure that the L-39 is going to be in good hands?
I'm absolutely positive. The sales team told me that they have a professional pilot flying it over to Charleston for us, so once we get there and sign on the dotted line, they will fly the Tiltrotor to Pittsburgh for us, and then that way we can fly the L-39 back to Pittsburgh ourselves from Charleston. So we're almost home, babe.
Yay! Of course, first we have to drop off Her Highness back there.
Hey, look at the bright side. It's good advertising for us. Alright, so as far as the radio goes, I think what I'm going to do is I'll handle all the ground handling radio calls, and you handle us when we're in the air. So let me start by playing the ATIS.
Information Victor, 1916 Zulu, wind 309er at 9er, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky condition 6,500, scattered, temperature 29er, dew point 18, altimeter 3010, ILS, runway 33 in use, landing and departing runway 33. VFR aircraft see direction of flight. All aircraft lead back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Victor.
Okay, good deal. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to the tower. Tell them we're ready to go. Roanoke ground, November 2259, Echo X-ray. Request taxi, straight out departure with Victor.
November 2259 Echo X-ray. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 33 via taxiway Charlie Alpha. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Okay. Taxi 2 and hold short, runway 33 via taxiway Charlie Alpha, 9er Echo X-ray. Alrighty, I hope everybody's strapped in because it is time to go.
Strapped in and ready for pushback. Okay, let's see if we've mastered this.
Yeah, this is going to get a little interesting. Alright, looks like we've got free motion with the nacelles. Okay, so I'm going to come up off the brakes and give it full back pressure.
Bill, whoa, we're drifting the wrong way. Hold on. Okay. There we go.
Okay, well clearly that's going to take some getting used to here. I'm just glad we've actually got a plane that can push itself back instead of having to use the usual pushback methods of the tug and all of that good stuff there. So that is pretty cool. I'm telling you, this thing is going to be well worth the money. We should be able to get a lot of revenue doing this thing.
Yeah, I have to admit, I do like it. It is an interesting little aircraft.
And hey, if we ever get tired of transporting passengers, we can always just take all the seats out and turn it into a freight transporter. Should be able to make some decent money with that, too.
We'll see how this flight goes before I decide whether or not I want us to take passengers.
Well, you've got a little while to think about it, because remember, next week we're going to Oshkosh.
Now that, I'm excited about. Oh, Stinkles, we're out of wine. Where did you put the bottle? Sweet baby Jesus, give me strength. Why don't you look in the cabinet to your right? That's where we keep the bottle. And I'm warning you, do not go overboard with that wine. Okay, Mom. It's only my third glass, anyway.
Yep, this is going to be an interesting flight, folks. Okay. Roanoke Tower, November 2259er Echo X-ray at runway 33, ready for takeoff, straight out departure.
November 2259er Echo X-ray, cleared for takeoff, runway 33, departing straight out, approved.
Alright, here we go. Cleared for takeoff, runway 33, 9er Echo X-ray. Okay, so I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to put the nacelles to about 70%. And just give it full throttle from there. That should give us a short takeoff run here. First, we got to get this sucker lined up.
Well, it's definitely no Grum and Goose, and we can pretty much turn on a dime, so I don't think that should be a problem. Alright, Ghita, we are getting ready to take off. Ooh, that's my favorite part of all. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. You can go now.
Are you kidding me? Looks like your sister's freaking 5.
I tried to tell you. Yeah, and just think, she's actually a business executive. Positive rate of climb established and gear coming up now. Okay, gear is up and locked. We can now move the nacelles forward.
Well, hang on a second. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes here before I start pushing the nacelles forward.
Well, we don't want to overstress the engines either, so we might want to push it forward just a touch, at least to 40%.
Let me guess, you got that from the manual?
Niner, Echo X-ray, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
That's all you this time, baby doll.
I know, a deal's a deal. Alright, let me request transition. Roanoke departure, November 2259er Echo X-ray, type experimental, 2 miles northwest of Roanoke, 2800. Request clearance of transition Charlie airspace.
November 2259er Echo X-ray, Roanoke departure, squawk 0052.
Squawk 0052, Niner Echo X-ray.
Niner, Echo X-ray, radar contact 2 miles northwest of Roanoke, 3900. Cleared to the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Niner Echo X-ray.
Roanoke,
Okay.
approach, Hyper, November.
Damn, you go radio voice Ally. That was, as the kids say, on fleek. Nice.
You did not just use a current colloquialism to appear cooler. I'm disappointed in you, Bel. I'm really disappointed in you.
Okay, we've got enough altitude and forward speed, so I'm going to go ahead and put the nacelles to their full forward position, and that should give us the rest of our airspeed. And now that we've got the nacelles full forward, we can also engage the autopilot. I've got us set to 6,000 feet, which we are just about there right now. We'll kick on the nav, which will of course have us follow the GPS route, and look, Ma, no hands. Gotta love it. For the first time, we're actually flying with autopilot.
Not to burst your bubble there, Bubble Boy, but remember that Roman goose that we flew? That had autopilot too.
Alright, Ally, don't be a killjoy here. You know exactly what I mean. I mean a plane that is inherently ours and not something that we're borrowing.
I know, I'm just giving you hell, that's all.
Uh-huh. Keep it up, I'll go back there and sit down with your sister. I really haven't had a chance to talk to her yet.
You wouldn't dare.
Relax, Ally, I'm kidding.
It's not funny, Bel. You don't know the hell I had to go through in high school and college with Miss Thing back there. Emily, I have a request to make, please. Oh, here we freaking go. I'll be right back, Bel. What is with the attitude, Miss Thing? Look, I've got a very important business meeting, and I would appreciate if you guys would kind of like step up the pace, please. We'll get there when we get there. We both know the only reason why you're on this flight is because you don't want to pay U.S. fare for your extra luggage. The very nerve. She actually asked us if we can speed up our flying so that we can make her business meeting on time. Seriously?
That is comical. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I'll see if I can put the pedal to the metal and get us to Charleston quicker. Sheesh.
Niner, Echo X-ray, traffic is 2 o'clock. Warp miles at 9,500. Piper Archer, report them in sight. Piper 608, traffic is 1 o'clock. Warp miles at 6,100. Report them in sight. Piper 608, have the traffic.
I don't see this guy. 9 Echo X-ray, don't have the Piper Archer in sight.
Doesn't matter much anyway. If he's at 9,500, he should be able to see us easily.
You know, Bel, I've got a brilliant idea. I can open the side door from up here, and we can do a barrel roll, and she can just, like, fall out the side. It'll be a total accident.
Aliana Shrike, we are not pushing your sister out of the Tiltrotor. Damn, what is with you? The two of you got some kind of long-standing sibling rivalry or something?
I sincerely hope you're not getting sucked in by her act. You really don't think she's that much of a ditz, do you? Hold on, I gotta talk to them.
Frequency change approved.
Squawk 1200, frequency change approved, Niner Echo X-ray. Alright, let's go ahead and tune Washington Center. Washington Center, November 225, Niner Echo X-ray is type experimental, 9 miles west of Victor Alpha 85. Request flight following.
November 225, Niner Echo X-ray, Washington Center, clock 0234.
Squawk 0234, Niner Echo X-ray.
Niner Echo X-ray, radar contact 11 miles west of Victor Alpha 85, 6100, altimeter 3015.
We need to change the altimeter. Copy, Niner Echo X-ray. Come on, I think that's the perfect idea.
Yeah, as pilot in command of this plane, I'm gonna veto that one. You really need to be a little bit nicer to your sister. I'm really sure she's not as bad as you're making it out.
We'll see if you still say that when she tries to make you disposable husband number 4.
Alright, well, can you at least be nice to her for like 15, 20 minutes? You know, it's really not going to take us that long to get to Charleston.
I can't promise too much, Bel. I'll try.
That's all I ask. Just try. In the meantime, let me give you some interesting facts about this aircraft. Hold on a second. Let me switch this. There we go. That way there's not so much glare on the screen. So yeah, the Bel Agusta Tiltrotor is actually now called the Agusta Westland Tiltrotor, AW609 instead of BA-609. It had its first flight in March of 2003, and I guess there were some issues with Bell, so they eventually got dropped from the contract. Something about them possibly sharing information with the V-22.
Captain, I'm out of wine.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Ghita, what are you talking about? You've got a full glass right there. Excuse me, miss. I wasn't talking to you. I need to speak to the captain. I'm gonna kill her, Bel. So help me, I'm going to kill her.
I'll handle this. Miss Ghita, we are in the process of getting you to Charleston as quickly as possible, so we can't really talk right now.
But it's important. I'm gonna need to speak to the captain right away. Please.
Ally, are you going to be okay flying the plane for a little bit? I'll go back there and see what your sister wants.
I'll be fine. Go ahead and placate Her Majesty, but if you're not back in 10 minutes, I'm calling 911. Just saying.
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Okay, look, here's the deal. We both know you are not happy with my sister. I can see it all over your face. Now look, I'm gonna need a private pilot for my business. I'm willing to pay you very handsomely. Not only that, but I'm also willing to put you up in my home in Virginia if you would consider coming here with me.
As tempting an offer as that is, I'm kinda happy where I am right now.
It's the sex, isn't it? You know, I can get into the dark need just as much as my sister. You're actually quite attractive. And don't think I haven't noticed that you've been checking me out since I came on board. So, what do you say? Are you gonna come with me, or are you gonna stay with my sister? You're looking at my legs, aren't you? Okay, I think I know where your answer stands.
Yeah. I gotta go back to the cockpit now. Nice talking with you.
What the hell is with all that whispering back there? I do not trust her at all. I swear, if she messes this up, I am going to kill her. So help me God, I'm going to freaking kill her. Alright, Ally, calm down. Concentrate. We've got a very secure relationship. No need to worry about your sister taking this one away. Oh, I have an idea.
What's that about?
Well, the first bell is to inform the captain that he's needed in the cockpit, and the second bell is to get the passenger to buckle up and shut the hell up.
Okay then. And yeah, your sister's definitely an interesting person.
You don't even have to say anything, Bel. I think I have an idea of what went on back there.
For the record, I told her no. I'm quite happy with you, and I'm quite happy with what we're doing.
Niner Echo X-ray. Contact Charleston's approach. Sun 119.2.
I appreciate that, Bel. Going to 119.2. Niner Echo X-ray. That actually means a lot more than you can imagine. Charleston approach, November 2259er Echo X-ray with you 6000.
November 2259er Echo X-ray, Charleston approach, roger. Altimeter 3018.
Okay, well if there's a bright side, at least it means that we should be in Charleston in about 10 minutes thereabouts. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check how much more time we've got on our flight plan before we try to contact the airport. Alright, it says here we've got about 14 miles to the 4 waypoint. After that, we've got, let's see, 6, 13, and 13. We've got about 31 or 32 miles till we get to Charleston. So we are on schedule. How much longer do we have until we're in Charleston? 10 minutes, Ghita. Now can it?
Yeah, in a few minutes here I'll go ahead and have you contact the tower.
Oh, and by the way, Ghita, I am on to you. So don't even think of trying anything. Whatever are you talking about, Stinkles? I swear, you're being such a child lately. Uh-huh. Look, it's not my fault your boyfriend was eyeing me up and down like I was a piece of meat. I mean, you need to keep your boyfriend under control.
Oh, no she didn't. Yeah, about that.
I told you, open the cabin door, do a barrel roll, it would take them weeks to even identify the body. Okay, we should be in range now, so I'm going to see if I can find them on the nearest airport list. Let's see, airport's further from you. Oh, wait a minute. They were on the first page. Okay, go ahead and click that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and tune the ATIS real quick, and that way we'll get an idea what the weather's like on the way in.
Sounds like a plan to me, dear.
Yeager Airport information, Whiskey 1943 Zulu, winds 289er at 4, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky condition 3,500, scattered, temperature 27, dew point 18, altimeter 3013, ILS, runway 23 in use, landing and departing, runway 23, VFR aircraft say direction of flight, all aircraft read back hold short instructions, advise controller on initial contact, you have Whiskey.
Okay, we're set up for runway 23. Charleston Tower, November 2259er Echo X-ray is 19 miles southeast with Whiskey to land.
November 2259er Echo X-ray, Charleston Tower. Entered left base, runway 23, altimeter 3015.
Make left base, runway 239er Echo X-ray. Alright, Bill. I hope you've been paying attention to the part of the manual that talked about landing this bird.
Well, remember I told you I've actually flown the MV-22? Trust me, I know how to land this sucker. Alright, I'm going to bring us down to about 3,500 feet here. And then we should be getting into the pattern. Looks like the autopilot's already kicked us in, so whatever you did when you programmed in our procedures has us on base leg as of right now.
Hello, pilot people. I have a crisis back here. I need to pee. Well, Sister Dearest, you are shit out of luck. We don't have a bathroom on board. What the hell kind of luxury flight is this? You don't have a bathroom? Bet you're wishing you took US Air now, huh?
24, cleared to land, runway 23.
Oh, are you kidding me? We got a Cessna ahead of us?
Cleared to land, runway 23, Cessna 624.
I imagine it's probably a student pilot too. There seems to be a lot of them in this neck of the woods. Well, look at the bright side. Worst case scenario, we can try out some of the vertical characteristics of this aircraft.
You know what? That's not a bad idea at all. Alright, I believe I see the airport. It's at our 10 o'clock, but I don't see this Cessna, so they could be anywhere between here and there. They did say that they were on base leg, though, so I imagine they're probably heading in the same direction we are, or maybe the opposite direction if they're coming from Ohio area. Either way, I am looking forward to getting this bird down. We're going to give it a clean bill of health, and I'm really looking forward to signing on the dotted line. They've already got our money, so I think we're committed to this.
I have to admit, Bill, when you first told me about this, I was a little bit skeptical, but now that I've actually had a chance to get hands-on and fly this thing, I'm kind of falling in love with it. So, yeah, I agree with you. This is going to be probably one of the best investments that we've made, and I'm looking forward to flying it a hell of a lot more often with you.
Cool, I'm glad we've got an accord. Okay, I'm going to set our nacelles to about 40%. That should drop our airspeed, and we should be able to lose some altitude as well. Alright, and now that we've got the nacelles tilted up, took off the autopilot, since that does not work unless the nacelles are in a full forward position anyway. And we're going to slowly turn around to the left. Alright, we are now turning to final. I'm going to go ahead and drop the gear real quick here. Definitely one of the more complicated gear mechanisms I've seen in any aircraft. But as long as it's sturdy, that's all I care about. Alright, I'm going to complete the turn to final, and hopefully we'll get the call from the tower to bring this bird in. In the meantime, keep an eye out for that Cessna, please. I don't want to land on her head.
Niner Echo X-ray, cleared to land, runway 23, follow the aircraft on V.
As I suspected. Cleared to land, runway 23, Niner Echo X-ray. No sign of that Cessna yet, huh?
Nope, but she's around here somewhere. You know, I actually have to say that I'm quite surprised, pleasantly, that this thing is so maneuverable, considering the fact that it doesn't have a rudder at all. It's just basically changing the prop pitch and moving the nacelles.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of amazing technology that went into the creation of this thing. You're looking at basically the culmination of aviation. All the things that came before, like the Bell X-22, and of course the Osprey, the MV-22, and some of the various test projects from like the 60s and the 70s, and even planes like the Harrier and the Joint Strike Fighter. You know, all of that combined to help make this thing today. Honestly, I think it was worth it.
Hello, people! Is there any particular reason why we have not landed yet? Why are we hanging in midair? There's another aircraft coming in. We have the capability to hover, so we're gonna wait.
You tell her, girl. You tell her. Well, I will say this. Her hovering characteristics are absolutely perfect. Look at that. I couldn't hover any better if I was in a helo. But as much as I enjoy hovering here in place, we really don't have all day, and that Cessna is bound to be at the airport by now. So I'm going to tilt the nacelles forward a bit, and we'll see if we can spot it.
Well, you, my dear, are in luck because it is right at our 3 o'clock, and she is really low. She must definitely be a student pilot. Holy crap. So she's going to take out half the forest on her approach there.
Alright, well, keep monitoring her progress here. I'm going to speed up a little bit, but then I'm going to stop short of the airport so that way the tower doesn't think we're going to land on top of her and tell us to go around. I'd rather not like to go around because, yeah, as much as I appreciate that we are getting a chance to fly this thing, just between you and I'd kind of like to get rid of your sister.
Oh, trust me, Bill, you're preaching to the choir. Tatiana and I have been saying this for many, many years now.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure she's got some redeeming qualities and all of that, but I can't really think of any right now, so yeah. How's our little Cessna friend doing?
Well, she's still puttering away. For a second where I thought she was going to end up in the New River, but it looks like she was able to pass that, and now she's got 2 groves before she actually hits the runway. And she's getting a little bit out of range for me to see her.
Alright, well I'm going to give her a couple of minutes here to land and get off the runway. Hopefully we'll hear from them soon.
Might I remind you two that I still have an issue here? The sooner we can land, the sooner I can use the facilities. And might I remind you, you're still shit out of luck. I am still freaking pissed at you.
Alright girls, simmer down, simmer down. I'm going to push us a little bit closer to the airport here because I think I can see the Cessna on the runway and she should be turning off at the next taxiway here. So we're almost there. Ghita, if you can hold it for about 3 more minutes, we should be down.
Cessna 624, contact ground on 121.8.
There we go, that's our cue.
121.8, Cessna 624.
Alright ladies, strap yourselves in. We are coming down for a landing.
And Belle, you're sure you can land this thing, right? Remember, this is not the Albatross. You can't just throw it down on the runway.
Ally, relax will you? I know what I'm doing. Trust me on this one. Alright, we are just about lined up. And I'm going to be switching the nacelles to the 90-degree position as soon as we touch down, so that way we don't have too long of a rollout.
Okay, Belle, I trust you. I'm just saying, we're just now buying this thing. Let's not damage the gear on the first outing.
Oh, ye of little faith. Watch me here. Alright, and I'm going to flare just a touch. Nacelles to the 90-degree position, and voila! Complete stop in only a couple of 100 feet. Gotta love it.
Very nice, Mr. Geode. Very nice indeed. Now, can we get off the runway before we start obstructing traffic, please?
I'm working on it. Just need to change the position of the nacelle so that way we can move forward. And we should be off the runway in no time.
Okay, and you did say that you were going to be handling all the ground radio calls?
In all the years that you've known me, Alianis, I've always been a man of my word. Yes, I will handle all the ground calls and the taxiing to get us to our final parking spot. I'm assuming we're going to want to go to the gate this time.
Diner Echo X-ray, contact ground on 121.8.
I'm pretty sure Her Royal Highness will insist that we go to the gate.
Okay, that's what I thought. 121.8 for Niner Echo X-ray. Right here should be a good spot. Alright, taxi to gates. That's what we want. Charleston ground, November 2259er Echo X-ray. Taxi to the gate.
November 2259er Echo X-ray. Taxi to stage Charlie 3 using taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha.
Sounds good to me. Taxiing to gate Charlie 3 via taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha 9 Echo X-ray. Alright, cheat sheet is on and we are pulling up to the gate. So folks, if you have enjoyed this series and of course this episode, feel free to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to get notifications as to when I put these up. We have a couple more flights till we're done with this series. Or at least this part of the series. I'll still do FSX, but I probably won't do like a story type FSX like I'm doing right now. Alright, one more thing on the agenda. We need to park and let off Ally's sister. And then we can sign on a dotted line and this plane is officially ours. Woot! Don't forget the usual pop-ups, Twitch, Hitbox, Facebook, Twitter. I don't think I need to repeat them. I've said them enough times now. Alright, Ally, guide me around this corner, please.
Well, considering there's no physical barricades, you can probably make a turn right now. Okay, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. A little bit more. Alright, you see where that tug is? That's where we're going to line up.
Thank you, my dear. I think I got it from here. I don't know what I would have done without you all these months as my co-pilot.
You probably would have suffered in unimaginable anguish, but that's okay. I'm here for you.
My dear, your modesty is legendary. Alright, so I've got the parking brakes on, so we are good to go. Let's go ahead and kill the engines, please.
One engine killing coming up, and I'm just going to pull the condition throttle levers to 0, and that should kill both engines. There we go. I'll also turn off the lights from the upper panel. You have the bottom panel, right?
I do indeed. I can go ahead and switch those off. And you want to take care of your sister?
If by take care you mean dumping in New River Gorge, yeah, certainly. Alright, Ghita, we are down. You can go now. Oh, before you go, since you don't have to spend that extra money on US Air, how about giving that to us for gas? You silly girl, if I give you that, what am I going to use to gamble with in Wheeling? What? You know what? Get out. Get off my aircraft now.
Oh, snap! Shit's about to get real in here. Okay, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Ciao! Allie, no! You cannot throttle your sister!